Another week, another boss event, and this one's really interesting. We've got Blast Populous. On the map logs with the mode being least cash, which might seem really easy, but looking into the rules here, you can see there is actually a ton of restrictions. Most of the towers are limited to tier 3 only. And there's also a Paragon limit of 82. I have no idea what that's even about, because you can't even achieve a Paragon with all the tier restrictions. But either way, we will be going for a good ranked score today, and it looks like the best scores are a little bit above $100,000 spent, so that's what I'm going to aim for. Let's hop right into it. Now, as for my strategy to achieve a good ranked score, I think it's pretty simple. I am planning on doing a Sun Avatar based defense with the hero pick of Adora. So let's get Adora down early first of all. I think we'll have her placed right around here is most likely fine positioning. But yeah, this strategy should work out really well for a couple of reasons. One of them being they actually did not restrict the tier 5 ice towers, which means I can go for a super brittle and embrittlement, which helps the damage of the Sun Avatar significantly. But another one being they actually buffed Adora's level 20 ability in the recent update as well. They made it so the level 20 ability goes back to buffing the Sun Avatars with 2 times pierce and attack speed, while in the previous update it was only 1.6 times the buff, so pretty big difference there. Either way, with my current setup, since it is least cash, I definitely want to greed some discount villages. I'm honestly thinking about getting triple discount before I place a single super monkey. So I'll go for discount number 1 in this location right here. And the other nice part about using discount villages with an Adora based strategy is you can actually sacrifice the villages with Adora's level 7 ability later to get Adora leveling or just buff your Sun Avatars. Now, a lot of you guys are probably watching this and thinking, Ryan, alright, I get why you're using Sun Avatars. I understand Sun Avatars are great with Adora and it got buffed recently, and you're limited to tier 3 towers, so it kind of makes sense. But alongside of saying that, how are you actually going to pop the boss? Because Blast Populous has a purple balloon property, right? You can't attack it with things that can't pop purple balloons. And that is where Monkey Knowledge comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. There is actually a knowledge point, I'm pretty sure, in Magic category. Yep, right here, strike down the full. Sun Avatar can pop purple balloons. So I'm going to be pretty reliant on that Monkey Knowledge to allow us to beat this boss here. Either way, we got one discount village. I'm thinking about getting the second one now, which I don't even know the location. I want to place a Sun Avatar here, I'm pretty sure. So ideally I'll place the village like as much to the right as possible without blocking that Sun Avatar placement. Also, if you look at the top of the screen, there is a max monkey limit of I think 40. However, we're not going to like reach that obviously today. Either way, second discount village now, and we do have room for the super monkey. That's good. We don't want to place it yet though. Remember, we're doing triple discount today. Oh, I need something for camo balloons though. I definitely could do an embrittlement for camo balloons. I think that's what makes the most sense here. And this is probably a good embrittlement spot. If I get range on this village, I think it would be reach where the super monkey can be placed. Okay, so this works. We'll just go ice shards for now. But yeah, this will turn into an embrittlement for sure. And since I am building an embrittlement, one thing I should actually do is sell my free dart monkey, because this actually makes the upgrades more expensive. Watch this. It's 145 for enhanced freeze. If I sell this, now it's 135. And that is because of the monkey knowledge we all know and love, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say the name this time, because you guys always talk about it when I say the name, so I won't give you that luxury. Either way, let's get embrittlement now. Perfect. And I could cross path this. I was wondering if I want to get... Okay, we don't have primary mentoring, so we can't get any free upgrades in the ice towers anyways. Oh, wait. That's a problem. Camel whites. I think super brittle pops white balloons though. Eventually I'll have that. I think I'll just tank these. It's fine. Either way, let's upgrade this village that's under double discount. We'll get this guy into a jungle drums. And then I need to get range on this right village as well, actually. And hopefully with those plays, yeah, I can get a triple discount super monkey in this location, which is pretty centered. I like how we've started here so far. 14k spent. And I think we spent it in a good manner. We don't need any farming, by the way. No monkey town, no banana farms are going to be necessary. If I'm only planning on spending a little bit more than 100k in total. Let's see how the damage is. I'm not even sure if I need to get any upgrades. Well, actually, upgrading the super monkey would make me lose, because laser blast does not have purple popping power. It's only the Sun Avatar, which I obviously can't afford at the moment. So I think the way we're playing this is ideal. Just not upgrading the super monkey. Do I want to get range on the embrittlement? I probably should. Yeah, we'll get one range upgrade on it. Okay, we got everything stunned. Oh, that stun came at a bad timing too. Let's retry this round and get range from the get-go. Put you on first, actually. Yeah. First target on the super monkey. Now back to strong. There we go. That was smarter how I played it. Well, now that I think of it, it might actually be a good idea for me to get bottom crosspath on super monkeys if these rocks from Blastopoppus become an issue, because there's another monkey knowledge we can actually talk about here, which is this one. Ultravision allows super monkeys to see through and fire through blocking objects. Now, is it worth to spend like 4k to allow that to happen against Blast? I'm not entirely sure. I would probably say no, especially because the fact we're playing against normal Blastopoppus here and not elite. So there's only 4 skulls we hit where the rocks are actually going to be thrown down, you know what I'm saying? But it is an interesting question to ask at the end of the day. So we'll keep that in mind as we play through, that Ultravision is an option. Okay, Camo Pinks here. Do we actually decamo all of them with this embrittlement? It looks like we miss a couple, that's fine. I could get up a second embrittlement. We'll probably have multiple of these at the end of the game anyways, but I'm still not sure about like how my ending setup's going to look, where the placements of everything are going to be. So I'd rather wait on buying more embrittlements. And more just defense in general right now. Alright, there's the second skull. Or, that's the third skull, actually. Okay. Lots of ceramics here. This could be a difficult round. Let's use Adora level 3. Actually, with Adora level 3 ability, we defended all of those pretty nicely. That's good. That skull, I've got 20k on hand. Oh, and another reason why we can't upgrade Sun Avatar right now is because Blastopoppus limits the range of your villages. So my Super Monkey's only double discounted at the moment. There we go, though. Tier 1 Blast has been defeated with only a Super Monkey, Embrittlement, and Adora. I'm pretty sure the boss has decreased statistics too. Let's see. Yeah, 60% health and speed, which is the main reason people have been able to defend it for so cheaply just one day into the event. And I'm hoping to be added onto that list. Either way, let's get Laser Blasts, Plasma Blasts, and Sun Avatar for only 14.6k, and now I'm feeling pretty good. To think about the money I'm going to spend, we want to spend 26.6 on Super Brittle later, which would put my total score a little bit under 60k, and then that only gives me room to like get 1 or 2 more Sun Avatars if you think about it. I also don't know about these discount village spots now that I think about that too. There isn't another triple discount Super Monkey I can get currently, right? I feel like my village spots are bad, I'll be honest, guys. I guess I could get one right here under double discount, but this positioning is pretty terrible. The thing is, I don't think we'll need a second Super Monkey for a while though. So I'll kind of just wait, I guess. We could also buy Super Riddle mid-tier here. Oh, look at how fast we heat up the boss. I forgot about that. The Sun Avatar does heat up Blastopoppus pretty quickly, which is a bit of a problem. Which this is going to be the location I want Super Brittle, I'm pretty sure. Am I good? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I'm fine. We can leak that. No, we're good. I actually reached it somehow. Come on, Super Brittle. Purchased? Yes. Now the damage should be insane. Now, one of the main issues of Super Brittle here is the fact that its range is tiny. Blastopoppus obviously limits the range of it with the just interaction of Blastopoppus and towers. Then on top of that, I can't get primary mentoring. I could get primary training to increase the range. And I'm honestly considering using Desperado as well. I could utilize the middle path Deadeye to... Oh wait, I accidentally placed Desperado. Don't do that. But I could utilize Deadeye to increase the range of my Super Riddle too. Either way, Tier 2 Blast, 1 skull remaining. This has appeared to be pretty easy so far for us. Let's take down that final skull here. And yeah, as long as the boss isn't heating up, the damage with Super Riddle and Sun Avatar is pretty insane. That is without Adora's level 20 sacrifice ability as well. Alright, Camo Wave of Ceramics. Does this decamo everything? Oh, easily. You know what, Super Riddle, you're the real MVP here. I'm wondering if I need to get more defense for the Tier 3 defend. I'm gonna guess no. I think we'll defend it with our current setup, but we'll see. I have been putting more thought into the second Sun Avatar placement. I'm feeling like getting it around here. Which you might say, Ryan, there's a discount village in the way. There is. But I could in theory sacrifice this village to help some leveling on Adora, and then clear up a spot for a Sun Avatar in this location. Either way, Tier 3 boss, 180,000 HP. Not honestly that much. Sun Avatar is not really going to deal much damage against the boss though until it enters the Super Riddle range, obviously. And I could also go for an Embrittlement on the water, which isn't a bad idea either. Like right around here. As Embrittlement and Super Riddle both stack. Now I might need to test this in sandbox mode because I'm not entirely sure. But I think for Adora's level 20 Blood Sacrifice, you need to sack a tower that costs at least $4,000. And for the Tier 5 defend, I'll definitely need to sack a couple of those towers just to get me through. I'm not sure what those towers are going to look like. Maybe I could utilize embrittlements to sack because embrittlements are going to help our damage and then act as a sacrifice after that. Kind of a double whammy there. I don't know. But it is something that's worth pondering about, at least. I guess we can also utilize Adora's abilities to help pop the boss. I don't really think they're going to do that much damage, but every little bit helps. Alright, let's hit this third skull soon. Adora abilities again. There's the third skull. Nice. Oh, the boss is going to leave the range of my super riddle. Wait, that could get dangerous. Because the Sun Avatar's damage is going to be, like, pretty terrible when the boss leaves. Hopefully we can deal enough damage against the boss before that happens. That's the final skull being hit. No, the boss is definitely outside the super riddle's range now. No, wait, it's not. I guess Adora's abilities can help us out with the damage, though. Ball of Light, that's doing a couple thousand. Okay. I 100% am going to need to buy more defense for tier 4, though. I'm now realizing. Yeah, I'm literally going to need to wait for the boss to go all the way around the map before I can pop it. That is annoying. I'll definitely keep on using these Adora abilities. Maybe that can help deal a little bit more damage. Okay, we're actually running out of time to pop this boss, too, I'm now realizing. Like, we have to pop it before round 100 hits. And we're about to hit round 95. This could come down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. Am I good against these Camel Purples? Right now it's looking like Super Riddle decamos pretty much all of them. That's good. And it can reach the other ones in the back end, right? Well, maybe not. Uh-oh. It's use Adora level 3 ability, if that helps at all. Okay, we're good against the purples. We're good against the purples. Nice. GT should not be a problem. Sun Avatar, Super Riddle, Adora, we're good against everything. Okay. Come on, boss. I need you to come back into the Sun Avatar's range desperately. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. This also makes me think, I wonder if getting something like a Moab Shove Heli for the tier 5 defend could be a smart play too, as having a Moab Shove would just allow us to stall the rounds more and focus our damage on the boss, plus just give us more time overall to pop the boss. You could use something like a main Moab as well from the sniper. That's more expensive, but the tier 4 snipers are banned, so that's not an option, unfortunately. We got it back in the range of the Super Riddle and Sun Avatar, so damage is back to being good. The boss, ladies and gentlemen, is finally dead. Let's get it. And we'll actually finally make some changes to my defense after round 97 concludes as well. Alright, the first thing I'd like to do here is get that middle path Desperado I talked about. I think I'll have it in this location. Only unfortunate part is this is not triple discounted, so yeah, we're missing out on discounts once again. And then I do want to get a heli down as well. I think I can get double discounted. Really, I can't get this double discounted? And I also want to get another embrittlement or two. Okay, we can make that happen. We can make it happen. Here's how I'm gonna get the heli down. Let's go increase the range of this village. Yes. Now I can get a heli down right here under double discount. Mob Shove, and we'll get the middle path on it, which increases the shove capabilities. Round 98 appears to be pretty easy for our setup. What level is Adora, by the way? 16, okay. So I think I will hit level 20 Adora just naturally. I most likely don't need to sacrifice for it, but I still will need to sacrifice a village to get that second Super Monkey spot. Okay, round 98 has concluded though. Let's do this. Increase this village range, and we'll get an embrittlement in this location. Okay, and the embrittlement is actually enough for the Adora sacrifice because you can see the sell value is over 3k. And the way sell value works, it's 75% of the total price you paid, if you don't have like favorite trades or anything on it. So 75% of 4,000 is 3,000, according to my math calculations. We'll get the range upgrade on you, upgrade this top village all the way to primary training. Now we can sacrifice this village. Okay, that's how we do it. And we will get our second Sun Avatar in this spot. Now, second Sun Avatar might need 2 range upgrades. Also, this guy's only double discounted. Maybe I should get a third village triple discount. Could I even reach a third village though? Let's see. If I had a village right here, for example, does this reach? Doesn't, but if I place the Sun Avatar lower, it can. Okay. Third tries the charm. Third tries the charm here. You gotta let me cook, guys. Range on you. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Before I get the third village, we're gonna get it double discounted. Range, discount, discount. Sacrifice, and now triple discount Super Monkey in this spot. And because this Super Monkey is less centered than my other one, I do want to get both range upgrades on you. And I'll be able to utilize these excess villages later during the tier 5 defend just for blood sacrifice, which will be the plan. Either way, I think that was decent how I played it. We can actually just increase the range of this guy as well early to maybe reach the boss a little bit. Increase the range of the Super Riddle. It might additionally be a good idea for me to second Deadeye, because the Deadeye ability only has 50% uptime, well, it's actually less than 50% because Blast Populace slows your ability cooldowns too. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a second Deadeye. One right here. Okay. Maybe I should have done that earlier as well, because if I did it earlier, then I could have probably utilized more discounts as there would have been a possibility of just like increasing the range of my villages. That's why normally if you want to go for a competitive boss score, you do multiple runs, because in your first run, you obviously can find a lot of mistakes you've made and all of that stuff. I don't really want to do multiple runs here though, so we're just gonna stick with one. Am I dead? Wait a second. I'm still dead against 103. What is this round, bro? Also, our score has eclipsed the 100k mark, so just keep that in mind as we go. Maybe increase the range of you again. Don't die here. Okay, it looks like we're doing better the second time around. Yeah. I don't even know what changed, but it works. Why is the mob shove not shoving? Why is the mob shove not shoving? Okay. It just doesn't grab one BFB. I don't know if I'm just bad with this upgrade. That might just be the case. Okay, lots of balloons here. Wait a second. Abilities? No, we're good. On the bright side, the damage is definitely here. Like, you can see we've already done half the HP. Oh, I could also utilize the Deadeyes as sacrifices as well. Well, it's only sells for 2.2k. Even if I cross path it, I don't think I'm getting enough to reach the 4k sac, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't know. Am I dead here? Okay, we're alive, we're alive. Not even close. The problem is the mob shove, it keeps trying to shove all 5 of the different ZMGs, so it shoves every single ZMG a little bit instead of keeping one in place. And I don't know why I just can't have that happen. I watch people use this upgrade. Oh, wait a second. I kind of did there. Please, mob shove, do your thing. No, and then it stops. I watch people use this upgrade all the time, and it looks like so easy to keep one in place. Okay, it appears we're doing it now. Yeah, it's probably just where I'm keeping the mob shove hovered is the issue. Yeah, this is what I want. This is what I want with the mob shove. Just like this. But instead keeping the ZMG at the front of the track instead of like halfway through it. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we should be able to defend all of this from 107 without much of a sweat. At least we get a little bit of mob shove practice in before the defend that matters. You know what I'm saying? 14,000 HP remaining. Come on. Pop it before it leaves. Pop it before it leaves. Please, Sun Avatars. You can do it. We actually did a pretty decent job at stalling that round out. Let's increase the range of the top Sun Avatar now. Nice. 3k. And we've done it. Tier 4 boss goes down. 1 tier remaining, guys. So I think the best score on the leaderboard... I'm going to look back at the leaderboard after this round concludes. I'm pretty sure I can spend another like 7 or 8k on towers and still be in the realm of the best score. Oh no, someone submitted a sub 100k score. Dang. Well, I'm not gonna go back and optimize stuff. I definitely could have optimized my discounting and order of upgrades and everything to get my current setup under 100k. It's not worth the time spent though. I'm pretty sure you also don't necessarily need a 4k sacrifice to like buff your Sun Avatars. That's just to get the maximum buff. So I'm still gonna sacrifice these villages, for example, during the tier 5 defend and get some sort of Sun Avatar buff from that. Alright guys, we've made to round 119. Next round is the tier 5 defend. Now, I'm just going to initially try to defend the tier 5 boss without changing my setup at all. I'm guessing I'll need to get more defense though, just like another embrittlement, maybe getting range on the top Super Monkey. There's definitely cheap ways I could increase the strength of my setup. But we'll see first of all, how we perform. Either way, round 119 is not a difficult one. We don't need to use any sacrifices or abilities here, which is a good sign at least. And here we go. Tier 5 boss. First question, does Bowl Light actually damage the boss? It does. Okay, that's good. I thought it did at level 20. And do I want to sacrifice yet? I kind of don't. We only have a limited amount of blood sacks I can use. So ideally I use them when they're in the range of the Super Riddle, I think. It's 1.8 million HP. It's honestly not much HP altogether. I don't know if it's in the Super Riddle range yet. I can't tell. Okay, we're shoving a ZOMG currently. It would have been nice to shove a BFB because you can permanent stall a BFB with mob shove, but it's fine. Do I sacrifice now? Let's sacrifice this. Okay, Bowl Light. Wait, shove a BFB down here. Please, mob shove, do your thing. Yes. No! Keep a BFB stalled. Yes, mob shove. No! Oh my gosh, this mob shove is like making me lose my mind. It's making me lose my mind, guys. I can't keep stuff stalled. I want to. I'm trying my hardest. Oh, increase the range of this embrittlement. Does that reach? That doesn't reach still. I feel like this is gonna be a long process to try to optimize this tier. I can already tell. About 300,000 HP so far, which honestly is not much. At least we're stalling some ceramics up top. That's good. This is exactly what I want the mob shove for, right here. This is perfect. Ability? I actually don't want to use Adora's level 3 ability because I'd snipe the BFB in the back. But I could sacrifice something to help my Sun Avatar's damage. Maybe I wait on the sacrifices till the blimp click comes all the way around to the end though. That way we can just keep this embrittlement around longer, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Oh, that stuns my mob shove. No. Okay, we're fine. Right? Yep, stole it again. Oh, we popped it. Okay, knock this mob back at least. All the way to the front. Alright, this is good though. We've done 500,000 out of the 1.8 so far. I think that's decent pacing, maybe. With the fact I've got a lot of sacrifices I can use towards the back end. I can sacrifice the embrittlement, I can sacrifice this, both of those at max sacks. I can sacrifice this as well. So we have at least 3 max sacks I can do. And I can also sacrifice the 2 dead eyes for close to max sacks. Alright, looks like we kind of got a fortified ZMG stalled at the back too. That's good. Keep going strong. Let's increase the range of this. Oh, maybe I should increase the range of my super brittle instead. It's fine. Alright guys, this is really good. I'm able to stall 124 quite a bit here, so we can just keep this round going for a long period of time. I might as well just increase the range of this Deadeye, I guess, because the Deadeye is the only thing attacking. And the Mob Shove does actually slowly knock back the BFB. I didn't realize this till now. You can see the BFB is moving backwards at a very slow pace. So this is another thing noteworthy, I guess. The stall is about to end here though when we heat up the boss, because it's gonna stun my heli. Yep. Rip the stall. Alright, let's sacrifice this Deadeye now. Yes. Extra attack speed. Grab a ZMG in the back, please. Heli. But I'm struggling with this defense, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I just don't have that much practice with the Adora and the Mob Shove. So this boss has been a pretty big learning process of this strategy. Oh, and I'm dead there. Alright, I'm just gonna fly through the rest of this tier 5 defend because it's nothing too special, just me trying to stall the rounds with the heli, sometimes failing, sometimes succeeding. But the main problem is I just don't have enough damage, guys. Like, with 100k setup, 2 Sun Avatars, 1 Super Brittle, and using sacrifices every now and then, it's just not enough. And on top of that, the rounds actually start to get really difficult, with round 126 DATs becoming a problem. Round 127 had a lot of density as well, and then round 128 fortified DATs, I couldn't defend them. So we ended up failing this boss defend with about 700k HP remaining. So you might be looking at that and saying, Ryan, 700k HP remaining is a lot. How are you going to add enough defense to increase the damage? Well, here's the new setup, guys. We got 3 primary training villages. All of those are actually 4k sacrifices and a bunch of embrittlements around the map, with the 2 Sun Avatar setup I had beforehand. So now with this setup, we can use a lot more blood sacrifice abilities while having the boss under the embrittlement for a great percentage of the time as well. Obviously, this hurt my score a ton. You can see I'm currently sitting at 119k spent, so we spent about 20k on sacks so far this tier, but the damage is definitely ahead quite a bit. You can see the boss is at 1 million HP remaining when it reaches this top end, so I don't really remember what it was beforehand, but this is good pacing. I'm gonna skip through a lot of the rounds we just played through on the previous try, all the way to 128, which was the fortified DT round. And the way I defended this round this time around is I had to sacrifice a tower to buff my Sun Avatars, which barely gave us enough damage with the Mob Shove helping stall out the DTs to defend. Unfortunately, that fortified DT round was the least of my worries because there is a lot more difficult rounds coming up. 129 actually took me quite a bit of attempts to get through. I needed to use another blood sacrifice on that round. And then you can see here, the boss actually leaves the range of my Sun Avatars with about 300k HP remaining. So we actually might not even have enough damage to defend the boss despite spending an extra 21k so far. But it all comes down to round 132. This round has a bunch of ZMGs, and I have to finish the boss off. Then on top of that, there are some camo balloons that are giving me issues as well. So how do I defend this round? Well, I actually get an icicles in the back of the map. I needed this icicles because my 1 super brittle was not actually enough to decamo the camo purples. So that saves me from those. But then on top of that, I also need the icicles for some ceramic cleanup, as popping down the ZMGs just left too many ceramics for me to deal with even while using blood sacrifices. But yeah, I did start the round with the blood sacrifice on the heli, and then later in the round I blood sacrificed my village, and just barely before the boss leaves, I do take it down and then clean up the ZMGs afterwards. $127,000 was my final score. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how did that stack up? The answer is not good at all. I actually finished this run a different day than I started it, so the leaderboard looks quite a bit different now. But basically, Sun Avatars aren't even the best strategy for this week. I think a lot of people are using Druid strategies that are much cheaper. I still think it was a fun strategy nonetheless, and a difficult one. I did get to showcase the changes too, so not really too upset with it. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this Sun Avatar Adora boss run. I'm like out. Peace, guys.